Welcome back to Art for Wellbeing, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple and inexpensive Christmas wreath. So we're going to start off with a very basic frame from a well-known shop where everything's £1. So I thought best not to say the actual name of the shop just in case, but I think you'll probably get where I mean. These I think were actually £1. You can get different colours, and I think today I'm going to have a go with silver. And I've also collected some bits and pieces to decorate my wreath with. So I've got some also quite inexpensive Christmas baubles that you can get from various places, or you could even use ones that you perhaps don't put on your tree anymore, and go from there. So to start with, I've got a few little bits that I've picked up which I quite like the look of. They're kind of like little snowberries, and the best way to design your wreath, I'm just going to get rid of that plastic tag because we've got like a hangy tag there, hopefully you can see that. So that's going to be the top where it hangs. So the best way to design your wreath is by using like the principle of threes. So this is often used in art and also floristry, I believe. So you literally place, if you place 3 items around your wreath, it gives quite a nice, it sort of spaces out the decorations and makes them look good, basically. So depending on what you want to put on your wreath, you could use a wire to tie them on. These are actually wire decorations. So I'm actually going to start by poking the wire through the frame. This is like a frame with kind of tinsel wrapped around it. So I'm literally going to make sure I've got the top again, and I'm going to perhaps start at the top, poke my decoration through, and I'm just going to wrap it around the frame, making sure any sharp bits are pointing inwards, so you don't want to stab yourself on it when you pick it up. So that's one decoration. I'm going to put them there. So the next two I'm going to put here. So again, I'm just going to poke that through. I'm going to have them sort of following like a circle, so they're all going to face the same way. So again, I'm going to poke that through. Like so. And for my third one, I'm going to do the same. It already looks quite aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to poke that bit of wire in and wind it around. Again, making sure any sharp bits aren't sticking out and they're kind of poking somewhere where they're not going to stab anybody. So once you've got things, your core pieces in place, you think about where else you want to put things. So I've actually got some pine cones which I quite like the look of. You can actually buy pine cones, believe it or not, but obviously it's best if you can go and find some yourself. And these ones I found, and I sprayed with silver paint and dipped in glitter, so that worked quite nicely. And I think I'm going to pop those, decide which ones to use. I don't know whether to stick them up like that, or I might lay them sideways, because once that's hanging, actually they might look okay like that. Yep. So I've got a hot glue gun here. I'm going to put a generous dollop on the cone, and I'm just going to very carefully sort of sit that and hold that for a few seconds just to make sure it sits. And again, another glue stick, rest it on a piece of paper because it always dribbles out the end, so you don't get stuck to your table. Again, a bit more glue. Try not to get everything stuck together, and find a little sort of gap that will fit into. Press that in, and the same with this last one, and pop that on there. So already that's looking quite nice. So next I'm going to decide whether to put any baubles on. So these come with strings separately, so you could either string them yourself and tie them on, but I'm going to be quick and easy and use my glue gun. So I'm just going to place those around just to see what that looks like before I commit to it. So I quite like that. So I think I'm going to just do a little dollop, and I'm just going to poke it in one of the gaps. It kind of nestles in that hole. Same with that one. Poke it in, hold it a minute, get rid of any stringy bits. Obviously, if you're doing this with little ones, you might want to supervise the glue gun, because even like this is a low melt glue gun, but it's still quite hot if you get it on your fingers. It does eat through the glue sticks as well, so just to be aware, make sure you've got plenty of glue sticks. I'm going to pop that in there, little hole there. Another little crevice there, poke that in. So I'm quite happy with that so far. So I'm just deciding whether I want to put anything else on. I mean, you could go completely crazy and just cover it completely with various balls. Sometimes it's nice to stick to a theme. If you've got, say, a Christmas colour scheme at home, you could tie it in with that. Like at the moment I'm sort of picking white, silver, and this blue. So I've got some other little blue bits. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put those on yet, because sometimes you think you don't want to overdo it, because it could end up looking a bit over full. So you could even hang things in the middle, which is quite a nice idea, or hang things from the bottom. So I could group some threes, or I might just actually leave it like that. I quite like that as it is. It's quite a nice, simple, not too busy design. Because it's got the tinsel on, it's already quite busy anyway. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'll just show you another version that I did earlier. This is with the red. So exactly the same process, but this time I put clusters of baubles on. I had some holly, sort of artificial holly and berries, which was actually a big flower display, but I sort of pulled it apart and just poked them in and tied them on the back. And again, I've used some pine cones just to give it a bit of a natural feel. There's also some bells on there. So there's two ways of doing quite a quick and easy, quite effective looking wreath for only a few pounds. Hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing any that you make, so please feel free to share them.